Well, good morning. Katherine here from Katherine's Kitchen. Welcome. Finally doing my pantry tour at long last. So, in the garage, which is actually a 2-car garage, but you can only fit 1 car in at the moment. Anyway, this is all my market stuff. And I've got market stuff in the middle of the garage as well. But in this cupboard here, I have all sorts of things. So this is usually my personal stuff. That's the cupboard for that. So there's all sorts of things from pickled coleslaw to beetroot to cauliflower to spaghetti to my homemade tomato relish made out of my homegrown tomatoes and onions to my bottles of garlic sauce for my son. He's told me that I have to make a stash so that when I die, he's good. And he has enough to last him for a few years. Although he has said to me, am I going to teach the daughter-in-law how to make it yet? Because she's now part of the family. Well, you know, they haven't been married a year yet, so I'm just not sure. And all that's just like my apple sauce that I use for my doggy treats. Oh, and I've got some ghee down there and sauce, and yeah. So that's just the personal stash. So that is cupboard number 1. And behind cupboard number 2, it's just mainly my my bulk supplies. I've got big I get flour and sugar and stuff in the 25 kilo sacks, so I tip them into the buckets like that. And then I managed to get a 3 kilo bag of black beans, so I've just put them into jars, and I managed to get some of those kidney beans and chickpeas. So there's just storage stuff, stock, big vinegars. Oh, that's some of the canning stuff that I sell. Big tins of pineapple, which I got from Save More, I think it is. And yeah, just my boxes of cereal that I break down. And yep, cereal is pretty self-explanatory really, isn't it? Right, and this has taken me quite a few years to amass too, so don't think that it happens overnight, because it doesn't. It's probably taken me 4 years to build it up to that stage. So in this pantry here, we have the fruit, and there's a couple of canners down there, extra crock pot for when I'm making big lots of stock. And then I've got all the black boy peaches. That's the green tomato pie filling stuff, which you can reduce down and use as Christmas mince for Christmas mince pies. It's the recipe's on my page if you want to go have a look at it. Strawberry lemonade concentrate, got a fair bit of that. Probably got enough of that to do me for a couple of years, but I got strawberries at an extra good deal. And never probably to be repeated, so I don't mind if it lasts me a couple of years. I've got a whole heap of apricots, so these are just stewed down with no sugar so that I can make jam and stuff later. Heaps of spiced apple, cherries, peaches. This is like apple and feijoa. And I've got stewed quince and apple. I've got apple and rhubarb up there. Got some feijoas. I've got water. Got a few jars of water. Grapes, pineapples, which I get when they're super cheap. And yes, I can milk. And I'm okay with it. And this is just like the overflow with spiced apples and different things. And grapes. Oh, and that there is pears in a mulled wine. They are so good. Right, so that's cupboard number 3, if you want to look at it that way. And this one is my veggie cupboard and my stock cupboard as well. Oh, and obviously canners and stuff like that. So down here we have, this is like a mushroom courgette onion thing, which is just so handy when you're doing stews and things in the winter. These are just jars of kidney beans that I've done up, not chili beans, just plain kidney beans. That's pumpkin soup base, and then I've got potatoes for a potato bake, and this is just like a, I don't know, oh, that one's mustard tomatoes. This is just like a simple pasta sauce, and I've got chili beans there. Excuse me. Lots of cubed potatoes, and also plain potatoes because they're so handy. And what have I got there? Oh, there's kumara, there's yams, there's turnips up here, there's carrot and swede there, carrots. Oh, that one was carrots and onions in stock. Oh, this one here is a harvest sauce, garden harvest sauce that I did out of stuff out of my garden just a couple of weeks ago. So handy for stews and stuff in the winter. Loads and loads of corn, because if you remember I got all that corn for 20 cents a cob. This here is a mushroom soup base. And then I've just got mushrooms, carrot and ginger soup up there for the winter. And these are just like onions in stock. And yeah, more onions. Chicken stock, some more tomato stuff, mushroom stock. And then that's just the overflow of like onions in stock and stuff like that. So there you go. And then we come on. Now I just briefly want to talk about jars that you can use in a canner. I use these jars all the time. These are just the gherkin pickle jars with the one lid. So you just twist them on, don't twist them down tight, and they work fine, absolutely fine. You don't need the two-piece lid. You can use jars like this in the canner. So in cupboard number 4, it's my meat cupboard and my overflow cupboard as well, because it's not full, as you can tell. So here is my salmon, which is the salmon trimmings, which is the side piece underneath the gut, and it's full of bones, but when you pressure can it up, all the bones dissolve. It's just amazing, and it tastes so much nicer than the tinned salmon. I will never ever eat tinned salmon again. This is the only salmon that I will ever eat. And you can see like all the oil and stuff. I dry packed the salmon and put just a little bit of salt in, and all that liquid is the natural oils and that have come out of the salmon. So here I've got fish as well. So I've got some fish. All this fish has just been dry packed. And it's just got some curry powder in it. That's why it looks like a strange colour. And then this is stuff we did the other day on the course. So this is ling. And again, dry packed, so you can see all the liquid. That's just naturally come out of the fish. And over here, this is my lamb that I've got. And all the venison and some venison broth. Oh, and this is just a bit of an overflow, and I think this is my pork. Oh no, that's beef. Okay, and I've got some sweet and sour pork meatballs and some meatloaf and just an overflow of carrots. And all this is like my sweet and sour chicken and some dry pack chicken as well. So I'll often, if chicken breasts are on special, I'll dry pack a whole heap of, but that's chicken drums that are just dry packed. The bones go soft, so you can just use a fork and pull the meat off, but again dry packed, so you can see the liquid line there. That's stuff that's come out of the chicken as well. And then that's just the overflow up the top. Herb potatoes, soups. I've got some beautiful onion and beef broth here. See if I can show you the colour. I mean, look at that. There's a bit of sediment in the bottom, but that's still a really clear stock. That's the onion stock. Oops. And this one is that's the beef stock. So I mean, look at that, isn't it gorgeous? That's the best stock that I've made. Nice and clear, beautiful colour. And so, yeah, as you can see up here, I've used just a normal jar. That's just onions and stock as well. So good because as you know, I like to cook on my fire in the winter. So, yeah, these are really handy. So, yeah, that's about it. Oh, there's cabbage roll soup, which is really good. We've got a meat sauce, which is really good. That's a mince one, which you actually cook and then you pop it in the jars and pressure can it. Really good for like spaghetti bolognese or a lasagna or even a nachos. And that's just some bigger jars of it. And again, there you go, another one of those jars. Must have run out of jars wherever I was at. So yeah, I think I'll be right for a while, but I do have an aim to actually fill these shelves up with meat. So I hope that helps, and I hope that satisfies your curiosity. Any questions, just ask. Okay, chin chin.